aka Eileen the Little Croft. Additional information about this podcast show, arts, culture, and everything in between can be found on my website, eileenlittlecroft.com. Thank you so much for joining me. I would like to give a huge shout out to everyone who is listening on SoundCloud, Google Play or Google Plus. Sorry about that. Spotify, iHeart, USA, Germany, Canada, Brazil, Finland, Philippines, Sweden, Italy, India, and Japan. Alright guys, so today we're going to be talking about season finales. Yes, I can't believe it. We're on season finales. What? Oh man, but I do have to say that with season finales, there are some good shows that are coming up that seem extremely promising. And I'll talk about those a little bit here on this podcast and hopefully in later podcasts as well. Alrighty, so, before I forget, I do have a new video on my YouTube channel, which I think it was like 2 or 3, maybe a 4-pack podcasts ago, I spoke to you guys that I got my Manny and Me box, Maniology. It's a subscription box for Maniology. It is a nail art company. In this box, you get 2 exclusive plates, nail polish, 2 nail polishes, and a cute little surprise with awesome gummies. Everybody loves the Covenant pineapple gummies, which I love myself, and I wish I was in Hawaii. Like, I really would love to find out where they get these gummies. I'm serious. I think I'm going to be on the hunt for them. But anyways, moving on. So I finally put that up there with some swatches of the polishes, which will go on sale this month or next month. Only the polishes, not the plates, because the plates are exclusive with the with the box, the subscription box. This month we got 2 plates, 2 nail polishes, and a really awesome cleanup brush. So you can check that out on my channel, which is Little Crafter Show. You can find that information again on my website, eileenthecrafter.com. And please don't forget to like and subscribe for that video and this podcast as well. Alright, so let's get into season finale TV shows. We're going to be talking about these shows in particular that I have been watching. Proven Innocent, which is on Fox, here on 5 in New York. The Blacklist, which is on NBC Channel 4 here in New York. SWAT, which is on CBS 2 here in New York. Ransom, which is also on CBS 2. Doom Patrol, which is on the streaming service DC Universe, brain fart. Ghostbait, which is I think 96 or 95, Travel Channel, and The Zoo, which is on Animal Planet 56, I believe, channel 56, not 100% sure, but you would have to check your local listings and things like that. But yeah. Alright, so like I said, Fox, NBC, CBS, DC Universe, Animal Planet, and Travel Channel. Boy, that's a good roundup. Alright guys, so season finales are always sad and bittersweet, but also exciting because, like I said, there are some new shows that are coming up. The reason why Doom Patrol is on the list is because in another, let's see, if it follows the pattern like the other shows did in another, let's see, this is the 24th, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah, in another 7 days or 6 days, you'll be poof on hiatus, which basically happened to Titans, happened to Young Justice. Once a new show was announced, they keep announcing it, and then all of a sudden the other shows are basically on hiatus, which is kind of bittersweet at the same time. I kind of wish they would rotate it, a little bit one week this show, the other week that show, but it is what it is. So anyways, moving right along, Proven Innocent, I actually started watching on demand and I loved it. I didn't think I was going to love it as much as I did, and this season finale had, like, towards the end, had a lot of twists and turns that I didn't see. I figured out who the killer was beforehand, but I really didn't see the ending the way it was. And it is a really, really good show. Basically, it's about a show about two brother and sisters that were convicted of murdering Madeline's best friend. Like I said, there's a lot of twists and turns. She got out and then is starting to help other people with their cases that were wrongly convicted. It's just a lot of twists and turns. Sometimes they won, sometimes they didn't. And in the end, the last episode was really good. And I'm really hoping that this show comes back. I really, 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 really do. It's a great show. I love it. You know me and my blacklist. Oh, I thought that this year, this was going to be, that's it, the final. But apparently it looks like we're going to get another season. Oh, yeah, buddy. So yeah, you know that I'm excited. I love the character Red Remington. It's just as you can see, I'm so excited. He's one of the most interesting characters ever written, in my opinion. There have been a little bit of twists and turns. Some things that they started in the beginning and then they shifted a little bit, but in the end, it's always top-notch writing, top-notch acting. I am so sad to see the character Samir leave. I thought Dumbe was going to leave, and then Dumbe came back. So yeah, and the ending I did not see coming, was just, I think that next season is going to be all about the answers of what's this girl's mother? Katarina Stroh. I forget her last name, but you know who I'm talking about. Elizabeth's mother at the end. I think that you'll get this season. Well, in the new season, you'll get a lot more answers about her, and finally the questions will be answered. What kind of woman was she? So, I still miss his cleaner. I miss her to death. But I am glad that Dumbe is still a part of the show, because it didn't look like that for a while. So, anyways, SWAT looks like it ended, and it ended on such a sweet, positive, fun note. I'm not 100% sure if it ended, but it, like, for the season, but it looked like it did. So I put like a little question mark there. But SWAT has been like one of my favorite shows, and it just keeps getting better. With the new edition of, what is that? Debbie Allen. She is one of my favorite actresses. I love watching her dance. I've always been a huge fan of her since Fame. I know that she is really into dance and the arts here in New York. She is a director as well. So I really, really, really love her. She is a jack of all trades, and she just brings a new level to this show that I'm so excited about. I kind of wanted to see more of the relationship between Hondo and his sister. I also wanted to see a little bit more of the father, but I don't know if we'll get that. But his relationship with his mom has been on the forefront, and basically the relationship between him and his team seems to just be growing stronger. The new addition of the character Daryl as his foster son was a great call. I think that it adds another level of family to the show, which is so prevalent in every fiber of the show, which I really love. It looks like maybe Jessica may be leaving, which will be bittersweet. They never did say anything about the special counsel commissioner. The commissioner, I forget what his title was. In season 1 he was there. Season 2 he's not there. So they kind of it looks like they just written him out. But yeah, this last episode really hit home in a lot of different ways and hit home on family. And it was just a really sad and great episode. And if you haven't caught SWAT, definitely I would catch it. Ransom looks like it may have ended on a really shady note in terms of that one of the characters' brothers is just released from prison, and she thought he was on the up and up, and it turns out that it's not. And I'm not 100% sure. Again, that show I don't know. I really would love to catch the first 3 episodes. I was late on the show. I kind of was looking for new things to watch, and so this came up on my radar, and I'm glad that it did. It's a really good show, and basically it's about negotiation company, and Eric Beaumont is the boss, and he's basically married to his work. And the episode before then, you basically see that he was starting a new relationship with an FBI person, and that seemed to have went sideways. So yeah, SWAT basically is about LA SWAT Patrol and their team. Was so funny. Like again, I've mentioned this before. One of the characters is from not from Pasadena, Alhambra, the town that I kind of grew up in as I was when I lived in LA for about I want to say 5 or 8 years, more or less, some more like that. I went to Garfield High. No, not Garfield High. Excuse me. I went to Garfield Elementary, and their junior high school there for a little bit, and then we moved to what is that? Colton. But yeah, no, I really loved it, and I was doing some Google Map searching because I really wanted to show David, my husband, the house that I grew up in, and I've reached out to an awesome friend. So thank you, Ernie. If you get a chance to listen to this, thank you so much. You really helps me in my search and trying to figure out. He was like, I remember the street that I lived on, but I kind of don't remember yours. And I was like, that's okay. It kind of gave me a really interesting point. Some of the markers that I remembered as a kid growing up was still there, so I was able to show the picture and send it to my mom, and because it's different in some aspects. But I'm kind of regressing here. I apologize for that. There's a beautiful shot of the beach, which I love the beaches out there. I love the beach. Period. And I love going to different beaches and stuff like that. And California and New York have one of the most beautiful beaches. I haven't been, and in Florida as well. I haven't been to any other beaches as of yet. So maybe Puerto Rico is in my future. We shall see. But like I said, Ransom is basically about a company and a group of people. They do have outside of their lives, and they're juggling a lot of different things. But Eric Beaumont has a lot, and one of his employees is dealing with a brother who apparently she thinks is on the up and up and is trying to help him, but it's just not that way. So we shall see if it's, if that was the season or, yeah. But if it's not, I definitely will let you guys know, and next week's episode, as far as cuss and everything in between. All right. So, like I said, Doom Patrol, comic book DC team. It's not a team, dysfunctional. And last week's episode was a bombshell. And it looks like we're only going to get maybe one more episode before Swamp Things, which airs May 31st. So I will definitely talk about that. Last episode was really a bombshell, and I think that next week looks like it's going to be even more of a bombshell. I don't want to give too much away, but in the end, basically, Mr. Nobody, his whole reasoning for kidnapping the chief is make him to confess to something, and a huge secret. And I'm just sitting there going, oh, what? And so hopefully they'll expand upon that secret at the end, and yeah, we shall see what happens. Very interesting. Again, this show is definitely not for the kiddies. I would not recommend this to anybody who is younger than 17. It's kind of, no, it is raunchy. It's a little bit on the raunchy side. From a scale to 1 to 5, it's like a 4 on the raunchy scale. 3 to 4, a raunchy scale. It's not always that way, but yeah, parental whatchamacallit is definitely advised on this one. Ghostbait had their last whatchamacallit, their season finale. I think it was like 2 weeks ago, but I wasn't talking about that then. Very interesting cases, like I said. The one case that really ticked me off, that I did like this whole complete rant page on, that I said that jury's still out. There have been some really good cases that you know made sense. Some of it I kind of think is a little, I call baloney on, but you know, I mean, I kind of see a little bit of it, but then again, like I said, every investigator has their own way of working things, and we don't know for sure. I'm not an expert, and yeah, so it is what it is. I actually do kind of want their show to come back to see, you know, what they have in store. But I am looking forward to the return June or July of what is that? Dead Files. So I'm super excited. I don't know if Dead Files is going to come on before another season of Kindred Spirits. Not too 100% sure of that. I think maybe just another season of Dead Files will come on, which I'm so super excited about. The Zoo did another season finale, which I really love. The Zoo. If you guys don't know what The Zoo is about, Ghostbait basically, let me rewind for a minute. It's basically about a team that believe that fear is what drives spirits, that feed spirits, and that's the reason why they are around you. Again, I tweeted out, I asked, does that imply for all spirits, negative and good spirits? Never got a tweet back. So I just said, you know what, we're good. You know, I kind of, I don't know. Again, I call baloney on that, but again, like I said, I'm not an expert, and I would never test out a theory like that in my life, because I don't want to bring that negativity home by accident. Okay, so let's get back into the and again, that's on Travel Channel. The Zoo, which is on Animal Planet. Basically, it is talking about the zoos here in the city, which we have one in Brooklyn, one in Manhattan, one in Queens, and one in the Bronx. So we have 4 zoos, which are really awesome, unique, amazing in different ways. They all have their own little things, like I don't even remember if the Bronx Zoo has penguins. I think only the Manhattan Zoo has penguins. And like I said, red pandas were or are still an exhibit in the Queens Zoo. A whole different ball game in the Bronx Zoo. Yeah, and the Brooklyn Zoo is amazing as well. Really, really awesome. I've been there a couple of times. Every time it's just really amazing. But it's really awesome to see behind the scenes what is going on. That show kind of made way for the Secret Life of the Zoo and the Aquarium, which I watched their first episode, and it's amazing. They exhibited the the Georgia Zoo, the Georgia Aquarium, and I forgot the name of the aquarium, but yeah, the aquarium in Georgia. I hope that they do a little bit more in depth of the aquarium here in New York City, which is, just kind of, I don't want to say just starting, but they have a new exhibit, which is sharks, which is amazing. I can't wait to see. I haven't gone and seen them. As you know, we had Sandy that hit, so that it's delayed the opening. The zoo was basically totaled. The aquarium was totaled, and so therefore it took a while for them to reopen, and then they had to fix what was broken in from the flooding from Sandy in the for the exhibit of the sharks. So we finally got it open. I just found out. I was like, holy camoli, I didn't know. So it's awesome. I really love the show, and I love the behind the scenes. I love watching the keepers and the animals and just how they work. And it's just really, really the caring and the reason behind all of it is just amazing. So I would definitely catch all those shows, the zoo, and the Secret Life and the aquarium. I think that's what it's called. So anyway, guys, those are the season finales. Some of them possibly maybe yes, some of them no, or coming up. I will give you more information when it becomes available to me. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I really listening. Sorry. I meant to say listening. I don't know. I think I'm watching in my brain. Hopefully you'll watch the video as well and listen to the podcast, and don't forget to subscribe and like for both things, and additional information about this show again is on my website for both shows actually, for Arts, Crafts, and everything in between, and the Little Crafter Show can be found on my website eileenlittlecrafter.com. If you guys have any comments or questions, please leave them down below. Or you can always email me your comments or questions. My email address is eileen@eileenlittlecrafter.com. Thank you for listening, and have a great weekend. And for those of you who are celebrating Memorial Day, enjoy your Memorial Day and be safe out there, guys. I will catch you next week. Bye for now.